Hello and welcome to the Munce Report, where we're going to preview Wednesday's midweek meeting at the Sunshine Coast. First of all, welcome Chris, and congratulations on another Saturday win with Stampy. He's been a real marvel. He's been in sensational form, and that win takes his record this campaign alone to 6 starts for 2 wins and 3 placings, over $167,000. Yeah, you must be pretty happy with what he's doing this preparation.
Yeah, very proud of his efforts. Adam, he's certainly, after his first run, just really transformed into a real genuine racehorse. And as you said before, he's had 6 starts for 2 wins and 3 placings sort of thing. So he just keeps going from strength to strength.
It's obviously a great story for his owners, Phil and Mal, who bred the horse, raised him as a baby. And then obviously sent him to you as a yearling at a young age, and now to see him come through as a 3-year-old and to be doing what he's doing. And the story even gets better with the tie-in with the tullet colours as well.
Yeah, it's a really good story. I mean, Phil and Malcolm, they'd had a few sort of difficult times with drought and whatnot in the previous 6 to sort of 12 months, both being farmers and having big properties. But this little horse really sort of kept their spirits up and was able to keep winning races and racing well for him in good races. So it was probably a well-needed tonic for them.
Very good. And by the sounds of it, you've got a bit of a plan for him in a fortnight, and then looking at some potential opportunities for him around this sort of new revised winter carnival.
Yeah, well, he's just going too well at the moment to sort of pull up stumps and sort of interrupt his preparation. So I thought there's a mile race in 2 weeks' time, 3-year-old set weights mile race. We'll go there with him. I'm not sure if he'll run the mile, but while he's in the form that he is, I would think that it's as probably good a time as ever to give him an opportunity to run the mile. But after that, we'll probably just have to assess where we go with him and what races we run him in. His rating's gone up now. He got penalised at 5 points for his win there on Saturday, which was quite severe, I thought. But he's sort of up now where it hurts, so we're going to have to put him in a few set weight races and obviously racing him through to open company.
Okay, and obviously that revised winter carnival that was announced late last week on Friday, it also ties in with some more relaxed protocols around the movement of horses. Obviously, stable staff and trainers and jockeys still can't. Well, jockeys, there is some relaxed protocols there as well. But just quickly run us through. I see the stable has some runners nominated for the Gold Coast on Friday, and this is something that is obviously a new thing compared to the previous few weeks when the zones came in.
Yeah, so we're now able to race horses at Ipswich in the Gold Coast and Toowoomba, but to do that we have to have them in a stable on the day before, by 12 o'clock the day before, and it's then got to be taken to the races by a staff member at the stable that we send their horse to. So I'll possibly have one runner at the coast depending on barriers, and maybe one at Ipswich on Sunday also depending on barriers, and but at least it gives us an opportunity to select a few more races for our horses.
Yeah, good stuff. More opportunities for owners. So, but before we get to those races over the weekend, let's get into the preview for Wednesday's meeting at the Sunshine Coast. Number of runners engaged again. Race 2 is a cutest 2-year-old maiden, where Thrasher is out to a more suitable 1,400 metres after another fast finishing second last start over 1,350.
Yeah, well, she's just a filly that's screaming out for a trip, Adam. She's just wants to. She's a mile plus type filly, so it's very frustrating trying to get her to find the right races for her, particularly when they're way too short. But 1,400's now beginning to get out to a distance that suits. And I thought her run the other day at Doomben was very, very good over 1,350. For her to finish off the way she did, I thought was a great effort, and I'm sure that up there, nice big track. Mark Duplessis knows her well, and I'm sure he'll give her a good ride.
Very good. Race 3 is a maiden handicap over 1,400. You've got 2 runners engaged here in Iconista and Fifi No Fuss.
Yeah, well, Fifi No Fuss I thought ran very well first up the other day. Missed the start slightly and got back, but I thought I was really pleased with the way that she finished off her race. She seemed to make up good ground, and she's a Sebring filly, so I wouldn't be surprised to see her get out to a mile or plus later on as well. Not a lot of her, but I do think that once we get her out to a mile or plus, you'll see the best of her. Iconista, on the other hand, showed good speed the other day at Doomben. to be able to lead at a good even gallop. And I thought she kicked very, very strongly as well. So 1400 from a good draw, she should be there on the speed somewhere in the first 2 or 3.
Okay, race 4 is a cutest 3-year-old maiden over 1200 metres, and Dream Ace is first up here after a second in a recent Doomben trial.
Yeah, he's a nice little horse, this guy. Just probably hasn't got the strongest constitution of a lot of horses, so he doesn't take a lot of racing or a lot of hard work. But he's had a couple of nice trials into this, and he's very fit and forward to go into a race like this. And a bit of weight relief for our apprentice Isabella Rabjones riding is probably going to be a benefit as well.
And obviously that an opportunity for Bella in this scenario. Obviously she previously had ridden for the stable at some of the sort of country and provincial meetings, but an opportunity for her here.
Yeah, it is. It's a good opportunity for her. I mean, she was riding a lot of winners before this lockdown came into place, and she was fortunate enough to have her licence upgraded to provincial level now. So hopefully she can get a few rides and get a bit of a kick along and start to get a bit of a roll on again.
The next race, the informed Galvarino lines up in race 5, which is a Class 1 handicap over 1800 metres, and he was a huge run at odds last start once again.
Yeah, he's a horse that just seems to have gone from strength to strength. He's just building confidence since that win at Kilgore. It was only a low race at Kilgore, but the other day at Caloundra, I was very, very surprised and pleased with his effort. He was, as you said, big odds, but I thought he battled on really well. So we go to the 1800 tomorrow. Not sure if he run the 1800 in all honesty, but I mean, the way that he ran the other day at Caloundra, I'd probably suggest that he would. He's set to keep running right through the line. And as I said, he just seems to be improving all the time.
Race 7 is a Class 1 handicap over 1400 metres, and you've got 2 runners engaged here. Again, the Golden Bear and Gwendolyn Rose.
Yeah, well, the Golden Bear, he's a nice horse. He'll probably get back a little bit. He's a staying horse. He's had 1 run back. He'll probably need another couple of runs to get him out to the 2,000 metres to see the best of him. But having said that, he is very, very well. He looks terrific and he's in a good nick at the moment. So wouldn't be surprised at all to see him run a cheeky race. Gwendolyn Rose has just been hampered by wet tracks and bad barriers. Now she's been, 4 or 5 weeks between runs, which is a bit of a pain. But she continues to hold her condition well and look great. So if she can get the right sort of run, I wouldn't be surprised to see her run a nice race.
Okay, and the last runner on the program is Spirit Esprit, who's third up here in a benchmark 65 over 1400 metres and was a good second last start.
Yeah, we had absolutely no luck the other day. He was 3 and 4 wide the trip and loomed to him on the corner, and his condition just blew out the last 100 metres. So he's unfortunately drawn terribly again, as most of my horses do, but he's hopefully he can get the right run from Larry. If he can be getting a soft sort of run midfield or just back off midfield somewhere and getting the right pull into the race, he'll be getting home very solid. He's in good form and he looks $1 million.
Okay, mate. Well, thanks for that. Some good insights there. And good luck on the program, and we'll speak later on in the week.
Good on you. Thanks, Adam.